Hi there. Hey Steve, how you doing? So far you're the only one in the chat. I didn't do any planning for this today. It's been pretty pretty hectic. Let me turn that sound off. There we go. So just two old farts here. I've got a few things to talk about, but boy, just not much else. If you can figure out a webcam and a hookup there, Steve, jump in here. And if anybody else joins us, we'd love to have you sit and talk, because otherwise it's going to be a really short show. Uh, I uh, I've been incredibly busy with a variety of stuff this week, and I think for anybody listening to this after the fact, I'm gonna repeat it again. But this next week will be. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Jump in. I got nobody else talking here. One other guy in the chat, and I was just going to announce to everybody that the three of us that I'm going to do next 2 weeks from today. I'm going to do a show. Let's see, that's November 17th, I think, or no, that would be the 16th, November 16th. And then that will be my my last show for the year. I do get busy with another job at that time, and I've got 3 phone calls I need to make of people that texted me today that need Santa Claus. So I'm doing good. Thanks, Thomas. Good to see you. I've actually put out a new video that this past week. I don't know if any of you saw it. It was 200 feet above my house. I have probably done maybe 10, 12 of these videos where I'm just in my driveway. And this particular one, I actually drove about a half a mile away and got next to the I-215 freeway and jumped up and did a hyperlapse for the first real time with the Mini 3 Pro. I tried once before, and the battery died, and it started a return to home before the hyperlapse finished. So I still have I looked at the card, but I never saw like a series of pictures that were there. It had taken more than 100 pictures, but they didn't seem to be on that card. So I think if a battery dies in the middle of a hyperlapse, I think you lose it. So anyway, that's the news. I've got we've just been extremely busy here with a variety of other things because that I'm not going to talk about, but that's my life here. My wife is very active, and I'm trying to help her. She's currently in the middle of chemotherapy, and but she's out in the streets working and talking to people every day here. So but I'm just thrilled. John, I see you there. I see John and Maddie. If you guys jump in here, I'd love to have a conversation with you and see what's going on with you. If you, the link has been in the chat. I'll put it in again right now. Feel free to jump in here. I also put the link in on the page on the Facebook page, on the Facebook group. I put the link in on the group there. So if you see anything there, jump in there. We'd love to have somebody to talk to here. Oh, Thomas, I know that God, what is it, about 7 or 8 o'clock there in Ireland? We would love to talk to you. But anyway, oh, hey, and then Alan just showed up. We more than half of our audience, I think, is in Ireland. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys. Well, it's going to get pretty boring if somebody doesn't join me. And that's okay, Oh, your clocks went back already. Okay, now we go back on Sunday night, I think, or somebody needs to correct me. I don't know if it's Saturday night or 2 a.m. Sunday morning, I think, is when we move our clocks back. So, Alan, I have been watching your stuff, every time you put something out, Alan, and I am extremely impressed. And one of these days, I'm going to follow your advice. For those who aren't familiar with Alan, his Drone Views Media, which, by the way, let me make you a moderator right now here, Alan. Okay. Alan spends the majority of his time picking out the music, is what he's told me in the past. And that and then he decides what drone videos, what location, what fits this music. And, it always turns out to be, a spectacular thing to watch, because I believe you coordinate that so precisely, and your edits and everything else all fit the music. I see that soon. And Rathagon, am I saying that right? I don't, Rathagon, I sure hope, one of these days you do get down there, Alan. I would love to see again that Main Street. There is only really one real Main Street there. This city that Alan is talking about here, folks, is where my great-grandfather, Thomas Francis Dempsey, he was born in 1838, I think it was. And he, of course, during the famine in Ireland, around 1850, I think he was, 18 or 19 years old, something like, he was very young. And he got on a ship and came to the United States and stayed a little bit with some of our family that was in Pittsburgh. And then he migrated to Chicago, and to the area of Chicago called Joliet, which is south of the city of Chicago, a suburb south of the city. Yes, there are a lot of pubs there. Alan just said, yeah, lots of pubs, not much else. A lot of farmland, and 8 pubs, 700 people, and 8 pubs. So in Joliet, Illinois, where he came, most of you all have seen Joliet, Illinois. There's a large Illinois state prison in Joliet. And if you've watched the movie The Blues Brothers, that's where Jake Blues got out of prison in the beginning of that movie. That was the Joliet State Prison there. And so, yeah, a lot of people from Kildare wound up in Chicago, and it was good. Yeah. So good. Hey, Dre, my birthday brother, how are you? Please join in. We'd love to have a conversation. All right. I did not schedule any guests this week again, and I'm really, like I've been telling people, I'm going to do this show, and then I'm going to do the show on the 16th, and then I'm going to take a break until after New Year's. Obviously, because I get very busy. I have developed quite a following as the mythological figure from the North Pole. So anybody want to join in, please feel free to click on the link and jump in here. There's John. Good deal. Hello, John. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
All right. Hello. How are you?
Oh, I've been good. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate this. Nobody wants to hear a monologue of mine. What's up with you?
Not a whole lot, Bob. I'm just recovering from COVID. I got caught that. I went on a cruise. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, you was telling me. I think when we were talking about the cruise there.
Right.
Yeah. Well, good. And you're getting over it?
Yes.
Did you take
it's been a long slog, but we're finally getting over it. So.
Oh, good. Did you take the Paxlovid?
No.
No?
Nope. No, I wasn't able to get that. So.
Ah. Wow. Okay.
Nope. No,
yeah.
I wasn't able to get that. So.
Ah. Yeah. Maddie, wow. I'm going to bring you in a second here.
Nope.
So, how long did it last? What did you go through? So, how long did it last? What did you go through? Oh, I'm hearing an echo. So, somebody's got the sound on there. And John, do you have a YouTube window open? Hearing an echo.
No, I just have the stream.
He's got the sound on. It's coming from someplace. As long as we won't hear me 10 seconds later.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. So how long did it last? What did you experience?
I just had it. Probably for about 10 days now. I'm still testing positive, but I don't have any symptoms. So
yeah. I had no symptoms except I lost the smell and taste. I tried having a steak and it didn't taste like nothing. It was terrible. It tasted like cardboard. And that was it. It was terrible. It tasted like cardboard. I'm hearing myself repeat again. but that was it. It was terrible. I'm hearing myself repeat again. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Maddie, how you doing, brother?
Technical difficulties there, Bobo.
Yeah, we'll get him in. How have you been?
I'm doing good, enjoying the Florida weather down here. It's actually beautiful
good.
out. It is beautiful.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we've had some pretty good weather here. I mean, it gets like 40, 50 in the morning, but by noon it's like 75 degrees and beautiful. So but today's pretty solid cover, cloud cover, and they say we're going to get some rain later.
Ooh, that's no bueno.
Yeah, but our desert needs every drop we can possibly get,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Vegas is still on my damn bucket list, buddy. I have never been.
We want to welcome you.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun.
Problem is, I don't know if I'd ever come back.
Yes, you would. I'm sure you watched the videos of Jobo and Billy Kyle and Tom Dowling. They went out to a variety of places, and the one day that they invited me to go with them, I was involved with a project that I couldn't leave, so I missed going out with them. But that was they did Red Rocks and the Wheels of Misfortune and some of the other landmarks right around here. So it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely beautiful place to fly. It looks like, beautiful place to fly.
Yeah.
I'll make it one day.
Good deal. Good deal. So tell me, have you gotten any jobs yet?
I have not. I put a few applications in online with some drone companies. I have a job lined up. I'm not being paid for it. It's a volunteer. Okay. My wife volunteered me to do it.
Sure.
Where there's an elementary school a few miles up the road here in Fort Lauderdale that they want an aerial shot in the gymnasium of their students from kindergarten through fifth grade in the shape of a giant, which is their mascot.
Yeah.
And they want me to take drone shot pictures from above.
Oh, that's great.
For their yearbook. Yeah, I mean, it's a start, I get my foot in the door.
Yeah.
I'm not being paid to do it. It's a volunteer gig, but it starts me somewhere.
Yeah, it gets you a video to put on your reel.
Exactly.
So, you need to, I don't know if the real estate market fell apart in Fort Lauderdale, but
I haven't jumped too deep into that one yet. I am in the conversations right now with a public adjuster. They're looking for a lot of drone pilots to do, work for, doing roof inspections and insurance companies and stuff. So I might go that route as well.
Okay. I have some friends that are in real estate here, and I told them, if you get a listing, I'll do it for nothing to begin with. And, this is a year or so ago, and they gave me two houses to do, one of which I did the interior and the exterior with. I did the interior with a Pocket 2, and I did the exterior with the Air 2S, kind of thing. And then I edited them together for them and featured the address, and the house sold, about a month after that. So I was happy to hear that. But
yeah, absolutely.
And then I did another house that was like about a $2 million house on this area called Desert Shores, where it's a man-made lake, kind of almost in the middle of the city here. And so I just did the exterior of that place, and it was interesting to do. I also had to get a Lance approval, and then I had to get the FlySafe database approval to do it.
Yeah.
But and I didn't know that before I got to the location. So a word of advice is to check the airspace before you just drive over there.
Probably a good idea. Yep. I happen to do that frequently because, as you know, DJI, their geozones are different somewhat.
Little bit.
That like there's areas that the FAA will allow you to fly, and then you end up with you have to unlock on the DJI.
DJI, yeah.
So it is good to know. It is very good to know. Like,
yeah,
those authorization zones. Remember when we went out on that boat? And we were on our way back in, and I had my Air 2S following the boat back in.
Yeah.
I hit 2 geozones on that way in, and it stopped my drone dead in its tracks. Scared the crap out of me.
It won't move, just won't move forward.
It won't move until you unlock it on the app, and then you can fly and you can catch back up. So while the boat was moving, while we were on our way back to the dock that day, the drone was just hovering, and I'm just watching it go. And I'm like, oh boy.
Oh man.
I was up on the second deck. You guys were down on the first deck. But yeah, it would have been nice to know that there was a geozone there.
Yeah, I've had the experience. I think I've probably told you this, and I've probably told the audience this, that I've had the experience where I had to go through the drone zone because it was a zero, marked 0 in like air data and aloft and all of that. And once I started the application for Lance, when you put in for Lance, it comes back and tells you, you can't do this. Try, go to FAA drone zone and apply for a waiver.
Yeah.
And I did everything it needed, and it was almost a week later that I got communication from the FAA. Sent me an email and said, we think you put the wrong longitude and latitude down. And what I had done is I used the digital longitude and latitude from Google Maps.
Okay.
And they wanted the analog, the minutes and seconds kind of thing. There's 2 different measurements of longitude and latitude now.
That is silly.
There's a digital version, and then there's a decimal version, I guess, more appropriate, and then the minutes and seconds kind of version. So I had to change that, and then immediately after I sent them that back, they sent me the approval, and I've got a 4-page document of a COA that gave me permission to fly what I was asking for. And it so happened that flight was in the flight path less than a mile from Nellis Air Force Base. So I had to communicate to the Air Force to get permission to do this. And they gave me a phone number for the tower at the Air Force Base. And so I called and talked to the tower, and it was no problem. Just give us a call, 30 minutes before you take off, and give us a call when you finish, and it was no problem.
That's the hurdles you have to jump through.
Yeah. And I think it helped that my client was the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Well, yeah, that would help a little, I think.
Yes. They have built a new training center, and they're not finished with the interior of it yet, but I'm looking forward to going back and videoing the interior of it.
Yeah.
But it's called the reality-based training. And so what they did is it's a giant like warehouse, and they've set up a section of it looks like a school classroom. And a section of it looks like a casino. A section of it looks like a grocery store, kind of thing. So this is a training facility for all of the police departments in the area.
That's wild. And that's a job that you're gonna be doing the photography on.
Yeah.
Wow.
We already did the exterior on it. They wanted to do that. They had an event that they wanted to kind of show off that, we finished the buildings, and there's 2 buildings there. And
that's a hell of a job.
they were, it was an interesting time.
I could probably, I need to probably get my butt out and push a little harder when it comes to the drone work, instead of just expecting these things to kind of come to me, because I know the work is there. It's out there. I just got to find it. Right. So I know I will.
Dre is in the audience here. He's in the chat, and I know he's an active working drone pilot.
He's a workhorse.
And I would say he would be happy to help you. Am I right, Dre?
Yes, I know he would. Absolutely.
How
I'm in the middle of trying to build a website right now too. So hopefully I get all that.
Now that's something I can help you with.
I need it too, because I have a friend of mine, Barkley, 107 Drones, has given me a bunch of ideas, but when it comes to actually building the site, I don't know how. All I know how to do is buy the domain name.
Well, do that. Definitely do that. And I can strongly recommend a hosting company. That I would go with. And then do a little YouTube search on Divi Builder, Divi Builder. It goes on top of YouTube, on top of WordPress, on top of WordPress. So you install WordPress, and then you install Divi as a theme in WordPress. And then there's a thing called the Divi Builder, which is pretty WYSIWYG. You actually see the screen, what you're doing. And I know there's at least probably 10, 20 videos that will teach you Divi Builder from scratch to a website.
Have you ever tried Squarespace? Because I've heard a lot about that.
Squarespace is a builder you're hinged to a builder and a hosting service together. That's that's what Squarespace does. And they charge you they charge you about $20 a month, and you get you get a lot of tools that you can build yourself, and then you can start adding a text block, a picture block, kind of thing. And it's fairly simple. I've also worked with Wix, Wix. And I had a client that already had a website started in Wix, and they needed somebody to manage it and update it and revamp it a little bit. So I took that job on. This was 2 years ago, and I was fairly impressed with how. With Wix, but it's also you're hinged into their hosting and their software. You can't deviate from that. So, but like with Divi, it's a WordPress, and there is a gajillion add-ons and things for WordPress that you can bring into a Divi site. So,
Okay, see, you know what you're talking about. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't. So here's what
No, but
happens. What happens is I pay you to do the website for me.
okay.
I got, oh my goodness, it's like one thing after another, you know, like, all right, so I started in the drone world. That was one hobby on its own. Then I started in the FPV world. That's a whole nother topic of hobby with the
Yes.
building and repairing. And so now I got a couple buddies of mine trying to get me to do 3D printing. And I'm like, push the brakes. I would end up divorced if I bought a 3D printer. Okay. So now I'm in the process of trying to learn this web design thing because I know nothing about it. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not technical when it comes to. See, Thomas said it. Tomas said it in the chat. You need a 3D printer. No. That's what I pay other. That's why I pay. That's why I have friends in low places. Friends make the
I'm
prints for me.
enjoying this. This was a 3D printer
Yeah.
gizmo. This was, to hold the props on the DJI RC.
I have something like that right here.
Yeah.
Where is it? I
Hold
have
the sticks. It protects the sticks.
Yeah, I have a stick protector too, and then I also have this, which is a lanyard clip that goes
Yeah.
on the bottom of the DJI RC.
Yeah.
That was sent to me to give away because I don't own the DJI RC. So I have the standard controller with my Air 2S. But
yeah,
I'm looking into that DJI RC.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I was quite excited about the release this morning. I'm in no position right now to dump a bunch of money into a brand new drone. But I'm looking for one to be my go-to and then have my Air 2S as my backup.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, well, the Mavic 3 Classic would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Right. But then you add up the price of everything. And I would you'd be surprised how much that telephoto lens that's on the Mavic 3 original would come in handy for like roof inspection, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So instead of spending $1,700 and something on the Mavic 3 Classic, I'm better off just buying the original Mavic 3 for $300 more. And then I get that telephoto lens, that tele-lens that comes on the Mavic 3, that second lens. So
yeah, I think that's a good, and I think that, there may be a lot of Mavic 3, complete ones, not the Classic, but there might be a lot of those sitting around doing nothing that people may want to sell, near the price of what you can buy the Classic for.
Yeah. Yep. I know that you can get a refurbed Mavic 3 right now for like $1,700 or $1,800. And with the Mavic 3 Classic, you're paying $1,700 for that with the RC. You might as well just get the regular Mavic 3 with that second lens on it, because there's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to purchase a Mavic 3 Classic when the time is appropriate for me in my life with priorities and what. I don't want to purchase a Mavic 3 Classic and then get on a job to where I would need that zoom and not have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that 28 zoom is incredible. I know.
No, and it's not just about the clarity of the picture. The zoom on your specific target is what's important. It doesn't matter how it looks.
Yeah.
The fact is that you can zoom that far in would be vital in a lot of work out for 107.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm sure you saw Michael Boren's images of the ospreys in the cell tower. Where he was able to stay 50 yards away and zoom in on this nest, and where he could actually see these baby osprey being born and starting to eat and actually fly away. It was pretty amazing watching that process.
It's workable. I mean, Tomas asks, I think zoom is a gimmick, and a lot of people don't use it. But like if you're out and about and you're doing a job where you're like I don't know, say somebody hired you. I'm looking for a 107 pilot to inspect this power line or the roof on this 20-story building.
Yeah.
And you're just using your 3 times digital zoom, which is what it comes with. Sometimes that's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
It would just force you to get closer to the object. Having the availability of up to 28 times zoom to really focus in on your subject would be a benefit, I think. And
I agree.
that's where I think spending the few $100 extra to get that telephoto lens on the Mavic 3 would be worth it in a situation like mine where I'm looking for a drone that would be the 107 workhorse, strictly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm back and forth with it, but sooner or later, just a matter of time.
I'm looking for a video. I can play here. Let's see. I'm looking for where the hell it is. There it is. I can, and I use this is from the Air 2S. No, this is from the Mini 3. And, let me bring this up here.
Dave is here.
Who?
Dave. AZ Drone Dude. Well, when he shows up, I say Dave is here.
Dave's here.
Dave's here.
All right.
Yeah, that's the plan, Tomas. Yeah, hopefully I can get enough work in to where it'll actually pay for the Mavic 3. I hope. Yeah. Take care, Tomas. Have a good night, buddy, or day. Dinner time for you, so have a good night.
All right. So here, this is just, a couple nights ago, I did this, but I used the zoom on the Mini 3.
Oh yeah, I saw this video. I did not comment on it, but I did watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
This is just down the street from my house. That's I-215.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see in a second here, I used the full zoom of the Mini 3 Pro.
Is that the strip up there on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're not far at all from there. Wow.
No, I'm about 4, maybe 5 miles from the strip. The airport is in between me and the strip.
Okay.
My first hyperlapse that worked. I set it up there. It took about 15 minutes and I got like 5 seconds of hyperlapse. And I looped it through a few times there. And you can see the lights on the strip changing back there. There's a couple buildings now that are covered in LED lights that change things.
That's cool.
And then this is part of the neighborhood around me. And then you're going to see the back end of a shopping center right there. That's the back side. That's a Sam's Club. And then there's a Walmart and a Home Depot and all that down there.
Boy, that Mini 3 Pro has fantastic night video. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the zoom of the strip. You can see
I can see the pyramid.
You can see the Luxor. And if you go 2 over from that, that's the Allegiant Stadium.
Ah, look at
where
that.
The Raiders play.
And that's your house you're taking off from right there on your...
No, this is a bike path.
Oh, okay.
That runs parallel with the freeway. It's about a half mile from my place there.
Oh, yeah.
There. Cool. And anyway,
I can't believe I've never been 38 years old. I've never been to Las Vegas. What a trip. I'm missing out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big time poker player, man. So I don't know if I can make it.
You play Texas Hold'em?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. I was in the casino because we have a bunch of them down here too. I was in the Seminole, the Hard Rock.
Seminole, Hard Rock.
3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
Playing on tables. I used to deal poker at one of the pari-mutuel casinos down here. It's called Mardi Gras Casino, which is a dog track.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to deal poker in the poker room there. I dealt there for about 3 years and then gave it up because it wasn't enough. Wasn't making enough. Nowadays they make a bundle, but Which I was thinking about going back to dealing poker, but I don't know.
It, I mean, there's, a lot of people here, obviously that's their occupation. When we got that street full of casinos, and, poker dealers pretty much stay doing poker. Whereas,
that was my problem, is like, I would work a late shift and then get off. And instead of going home, I'd go to another casino and play poker, or I'd go out, get drunk and play poker at this place or at a buddy's house and
spend all your tips.
It became a problem. It became a problem. So
it can
I quit. It's like a bartender.
Yeah.
After bartending all night, you go out and you have a drink. Well, that's the way it is for poker players.
Yeah. The successful ones learn not to drink.
Yes.
Stop drinking.
Yeah, don't
play it all and away. Understand I can just take people's money and take it home.
I haven't played on a Texas Hold'em table probably in over a year. That's the reason I got that tattoo of the royal flush on my forearm. Is because I was playing one night and I was drinking, and they had jackpots for the royal flushes, the high hands. Yeah. And I hit a diamond royal flush and won $4,000, and I'm like, oh hell yeah. I was drinking that night and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, is it diamonds on your arm?
Yeah, it's diamonds.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
There was a tattoo studio right next door. I say, yeah, I'm going next door. And I went and got a tattooed on my arm.
Oh, how cool.
Everybody's always asking me what that's for. And I'm like, that has a special purpose.
My wife hit a royal flush less than a week ago here. Last weekend. And she was in Carson City, Reno area, northern Nevada. And she was spending the night there, and she sat down at a machine, and she was playing dimes, at a time, 10 cents kind of thing. And she hit a royal. It was only $800 playing dimes, but
on a dime machine, that's a lot. Those are fun. Because those you can dump $100 into and play them for 3 hours.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
But I've dealt royal flushes. I dealt one at one time. I dealt one, and the jackpot was up to like it was a little over 18 grand. And
wow.
I dealt the royal flush to a gentleman that was retired. The casino I worked in was more for the elderly. It was a dog track. You could tell because it had 7-card stud, stuff like that. It was for the older retired crowd, the casino I worked in. Yeah. And the tips just weren't the best. And
I dealt a good one for that. I
dealt a royal flush, and it was like a little over 18 grand, and the guy gave me $200, and I was like,
wow.
Have a good day.
Yeah, he should have given you $1,000 easy,
grand. I did. Yeah. So that's one of those, like, I got to the point where, I would, because it was no limit hold'em, and I would ship somebody like a $400 or $500 pot, and I'd get $1 coin thrown at me for a tip. And I would I got in trouble for this. I would take my finger and I would flick the chip back to him and say, here, you forgot one. And I got in trouble for doing that.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that. But
you need it more than I do, buddy.
Yeah, right. I'm good. I'm a very good tipper with poker, like, because I know how they work, and they work for tips. And so if I win a $300-$400 pot, I'm definitely tipping, $10 here, $10 there, $5, $10.
Yeah.
As long as the chip stack stays average.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys were so bad. It was, I wasn't making what I should have been, and I had to go.
Yeah, our economy here is built on tips. And of course, we don't understand that when we go to other countries that they have no concept of tips, kind of thing. It's a little different. I was in Germany, and they were like, "Why are you leaving that $10, €10 on the table?" I was like, hey, it's a tip, They didn't understand that at all, kind of thing. So,
by the way, I'm doing a show tonight.
Good.
I'm doing one at 9:30 tonight, 9:30 p.m. Ken Dono, Original Dobo, is taking the night off. So my buddy Lon Denard called me and said, "Hey, you want to go live tonight? Because Ken's taking the night off." And He said, we'll talk about the Classic.
Oh,
so
cool.
I said, sure. So I'm going to come on at 9:30. I reached out and talked
9:30 Eastern time.
9:30 Eastern.
Okay.
I reached out to Aldrin Astacio from Flight Path.
Yeah.
He's got some stuff going on with his daughters where they have dance. But he said he might be able to jump in on the tail end of it, which is around 10 o'clock or so. So I might have Aldrin on for a little while.
I was looking on his channel for the Mini 3 updates. I wanted to see what his take was on the Mini 3 updates.
He doesn't. So he's one of those guys that does a review of a product, but doesn't necessarily go back to them very often unless they're major. So like a Mini 3, like a typical update, they won't cover it most likely. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're good at covering the more popular stuff like the Mavic 3 updates or something like that. Like I'm sure he'll come out with a video of the Mavic 3 update because the Mavic 3 just got updated.
Yeah.
And got all the key features that the Classic has. But a lot of these guys, they'll review them and then just kind of push them off until the next big thing comes.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Ken Dono.
He's
real. He's very honest in his opinions. And he covers more than just the regular basis for an average person. He will cover updates. He'll cover stuff, and he'll update you on products as they're being upgraded.
Well, I want to ask your opinion, and I want to ask the chat group here opinion on this forcing remote ID. I'm a little hesitant. I haven't updated. I haven't gone through this update, even though I've been desperately waiting to use the DJI RC on my Air 2S. And I haven't done it because of this forced remote ID. And, you know, I know that there's people devising apps. There's already one on the Apple Store that you can read remote ID. So any criminal who wanted to steal my drone could find out where I was standing and what I had and what I was flying, you know? So, I mean,
when it comes to that, in regards to that update, I wouldn't be worried about it because what they're doing is they're trying to put in place the software that is required to run this remote ID.
Yeah.
And what all they're doing is they're enabling the software to be compatible with it. And they're doing it ahead of time in the future. Autel's doing it. There are other companies are doing it. We're not required to comply until next year, September of next year. Yeah. This is just the companies putting the software in place. So it's not transmitting yet. You're not going to be transmitting anything.
Saying, he's saying in the chat, I don't know if you're seeing that, Bill Thomas is saying the servers aren't even online yet, you know?
No, and they're going to let you know when they are. You know, like, you know, the FAA is going to give us the heads up on a certain date. Okay, this is the day you have to comply. DJI will then in turn go into the software and turn it on. They're pushing it into the software of the drone, but they're not enabling it. So there's no worries about somebody tracking you yet because it's not going to transmit anything. There's nothing to transmit. Not yet, at least. I would not be worried at all about doing the update if I were you.
Okay. And have you heard that people have had trouble updating using Assistant 2?
Yes. I've also heard of trouble updating through Wi-Fi as well. There's a few people that have done updates on the Air 2S that they were getting an error and it wouldn't take off. I think that was due to an early batch of firmware that was released that wasn't supposed to be, because now from everybody I've talked to that is updated, they've had no problems.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with trying it over Wi-Fi. Assistant 2 is usually better, the better way to do it if you have a laptop or computer handy and you just plug it right in. That's how I do mine. I have not had any issues yet.
I've always done mine with assistant too.
Yeah.
I've never done it over the, over the air. I just, I've got killer internet here at the house. I got, I'm at about 600-700 megs up and down, and so I mean it's rapid.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I can download a gig in 2 minutes.
I would tell you from my perspective, Bob, you are safe to update it. I would update it if I were you. I wouldn't be worried about it. That's just my opinion, but I from everybody that I've spoken to so far, and I've spoken to quite a few people that have done the updates, nobody's had any issues yet. So,
well, good.
Yeah,
good,
you're good to go.
Anybody see how many people we got watching? I'm
the remote ID, by the way.
Browser.
The remote ID, by the way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about that either, because when the time comes, you are not going to have a choice. It is going to be on, and you will not be able to turn it off.
There's
If there's if there's something that glitches with the remote ID system, it will not allow you to take off. So if there's a glitch or if there's something faulty with the software on remote ID when it comes to your drone will not be able to take off unless that glitch either fixes itself or you have it fixed through software.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be an interesting situation here when we get to this,
Yeah. It is what it is. That's what I mean. I'm not worried. It is what it is. You either adapt or you get out of the hobby, and I'm certainly not getting out of the hobby. So
no,
I love it too much.
Yeah,
I'll do whatever I have to. Which is another good reason to get 107. Another good reason.
And I think it's kind of like, if you want to drive a car, you have to get a license plate. I mean, you have to
pretty much
pay a registration fee to the state, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a choice.
There's nothing wrong with the requirements, because you got idiots that are flying drones into fully packed stadiums and flying over thousands of people down New York City streets. Casey Neistat just put a video out a few days ago, Halloween in New York City, and I love Casey Neistat. His videos are freaking awesome. He's 12 point something million subscribers.
Wow.
But one of his edits in his video was him flying over New York City with tens of thousands of people on the streets for Halloween. And he's just lollygagging his Phantom 4 Pro over the entire crowd. And I'm thinking to myself, that has got to be the most illegal thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Especially a Phantom 4 people would notice that, I mean, a Mini 3, people might not notice it,
like if you got to fly over people, if you got to get transit from one place to another and you're not, sustaining the flight over, that's one thing. Get over them, get going. But to do it on purpose, a guy like Casey Neistat that's been flying drones for years and has that much reach on YouTube with almost 13 million subscribers, flying a drone over that many people. Low.
Hey, he's going to get nailed.
Dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of Casey. I love his videos. I binge watch him all the time, but his drone flying is questionable.
Yeah. I flew over people in my Greece video, as everybody kind of could see, but I mean, I didn't linger.
No.
I just moved right across them, kind of thing.
There's nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time when I'm on the beach.
Yeah.
I'll fly over a building, and then in order to get to the ocean side over the water, you got to cross the beach line. And I do it all the time. Just shoot across, whoever's up, whoever's below me, whatever. I just run my camera. And if I am doing it, I'm especially not posting it.
No.
I'm not posting. I mean, he's got one shot where his camera's down, straight down, and he's cruising along over the street full of people. You can't even see the street. It's that crowded.
Wow.
And I would love to show it to you, but we don't have to show
it. Oh,
it.
no. Send me a link, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can, he's a big time guy. He ain't going to pay no attention to us little guys. I'll pull it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can share it if you want. It's up to you.
No, I sat on that Grease video that I had for, a couple weeks before I decided that I'm going to put this out, and
Yeah.
I was really concerned that somebody from the European Drone Authority was going to, communicate with me. But so far, I haven't heard a thing. So I think I'm kind of
I
okay.
think you're all right.
But yeah, let me bring this.
Yeah, we'll just show. I'll just show it real quick. This is his Halloween video. I got the music off. So here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait till you see all these people. Where is it at? Right.
Is that him?
That's Casey Neistat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like 12.5 million subs. I think there it is. Watch this. Watch this drone flying.
Okay.
He edits it, but you can tell.
This is what not to do, folks.
Look at all these people. Look at all these people.
I like the rapid fire edits, but
that's a phantom. Yeah, I like the I love the rapid fire edits, but that is a hell of a ton of people to be flying over with a Phantom 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And at night too. He is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. No, that would be like me trying to go fly out over the strip on New Year's Eve,
little guy like somebody like me or somebody like you, knowing my luck, I'll get caught. But having my 107 now puts a lot of different things into perspective when you think about it. And
you don't want to lose it.
I have a lot more to lose now by doing specific actions or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't want to lose the 107. And, I mean,
speaking
it's the
of
right
that,
thing to do.
I have not gotten my card yet. And that is weird.
I
took my exam on 9/10. I passed it on 9/10. That was September 10th.
Yeah, it took a couple months to get my card.
Did it?
Yeah.
I have been checking
a couple months.
I have been checking the mail like a freak.
You can check on the site where you had to register.
IACRA. Yeah, I have
IACRA, and then it'll tell you mailing, it'll tell you on there who they're mailing out to, from what date they receive the test result, and what date they're mailing out. You can see they're 2-3 months behind. Kind of thing.
I did not know that, because when
you can see that. I could see that, somebody who took a test like a month before me was just now getting their card. So you can see that, so I knew kind of a ballpark when my card was going to show up. And then, you get a letter, you get an envelope from the FAA. That's it, kind of thing.
So I'm looking at it on IACRA website, received by Airman Registry on 10/3, which is 30 days from. Okay, so it's been 30 days.
Yeah. So yeah, you got another couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can fully work on the temporary. There's no problem working on the temporary, and it's just you don't have a piece of plastic in your wallet.
Yeah.
That's all. Kind of thing. You're up to date. There's no picture on it. There's no nothing else on it.
I'm surprised they didn't put a photo identification on the license.
I am too, but and I used it at the DMV. I was here in Nevada to get the real ID. There's a new driver's license that you have to get with it's with a star on it.
Yeah, we have the same. We got a new. We ended up with the new. It's got the little star up on the top right hand corner.
Yeah. That's to get that. I had to show them multiple identifications. I had to show like a utility bill in my name. I had to show them my passport. I had to show them voter registration card. And they said, "Do you have any federal identification, and I pulled out my 107 card, and they said, "Oh, that'll work," you know.
Yeah, it's
and
government.
yeah. So
Speaking of government, you might not see me after Wednesday night.
oh, the $1 billion.
Now it's at 1.2 billion.
Oh, no kidding! Tonight.
Yep, it's tonight. Oh yeah,
It's
tonight.
7
after
o'clock tonight or something.
Yeah, 7 your time. It's 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right. Good. We
The cash payout is like 600,000 or 600 million or something like that. So, Bob, I promise you, buddy, you will never have to be Santa Claus again.
I want to be.
I know you do, but now you can be Santa, and instead of wearing just the outfit, we can bling you up with diamonds all over the place. I never play the lotto, and it's weird because, like, I think to myself, you know, I get into this mood where I want to play the lotto because it's at 1.2 billion, right?
Yeah.
But what's wrong with playing it when it's at its minimum? Because $20 million that'll change your life.
Yes.
You know, you'll walk away with what, 10, 11 million?
Oh yeah.
So why not get excited about playing it at its minimum? Why only wait till it goes to a max to play it?
To $1 billion.
Yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
like, I mean, hell, I'd love to hit $1 million on a scratch-off ticket, let alone win a lot, you know? Crap.
Yeah.
But
let me tell you, that's a strange thing. In Nevada, you can't buy a lottery ticket. There's no lottery in Nevada.
No, none at all, huh?
None at all. People are driving. You can drive like 45 minutes from my house to get to the California border.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you can buy a ticket there, and you can also drive about maybe another 45 minutes the other direction, and you can get to Arizona. You drive across the Hoover Dam, and you can get to Arizona, and there's a couple places there you can buy lottery tickets. But
isn't that amazing that the state with the most gambling has no lotto?
No lotto here.
That is so weird. Well, they don't need the lotto for government spending because they have the casinos that do that for them, I guess, right? So,
well, yes, you know, every casino has to pay, like, I think it's 4% of their take.
Yeah,
they have to give to the state. You know, it goes to the state.
The Seminoles work down here too. Yeah, they have the state.
Yeah, and then a chunk of your room tax, if you have a hotel room here, goes to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. And so all the commercials that you see broadcast all over the country about, you know, come to Las Vegas, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, all that stuff, that's all funded by the tourist.
Yeah.
Makes sense. From their room tax, you know, kind of thing. So
that makes sense.
Yep. I know the guy that kind of started that. You know, he was the beginning of that organization, and his name was Manny Cortez, and his daughter is a U.S. senator now, but. Anyway, that's who started that operation there.
Smart move.
Yep. Good. All right, listen, we've been an hour, and I got to tell you, I appreciate you, Matty, coming on.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know, otherwise it would have been a Bob monologue, which I'm sure we would have lost everybody there. Brian Mack. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, you know what? I put a community post out about that. YouTube has done some upgrades, and I'm kind of enjoying them. Have you tried the dark mode yet?
No.
I like it on your mobile device. You can put it in dark mode where it's all black background.
Yeah, well, that's on my phone anyway. I mean,
yeah, I have it in dark, and then now you can instead of just zooming to fill screen, you can zoom in up to 8 times on a video live. And then there's the layout's a little different on everybody's channels now. You now have a handle at Old Farts with Drones.
Hang on, Maddie. Have you talked to Brian in a while?
Oh, no, I haven't seen him in a while.
Me neither. There you go, Brian. Jump on here. Well, I'm gonna end this here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So, you know, we'd love to hear what's going on with you.
B-Mac, woof, woof.
Yes. Yes, I love trading dog videos with him, you know.
By the way, you mentioned something about talking about being on by yourself. That was the most fun I've had when me and you spent the weekend together in South Florida.
Oh,
I've heard stories, and I learned so much just from hanging out with you for 3 days.
Oh,
it was
thanks.
the most fun that I've ever had, and I could listen to stories. This is why I'm so intrigued by. I have more friends now, best friends, that are my dad's age than mine.
Yeah.
And it's because you guys have so much insight into life that I just never, you know, it's never been introduced to me before. And it's a whole nother world.
Sure. Well, you know, I've been around 40 years more than you, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man.
You know, it's, just life happens, you know? I mean, I have to tell you, I'm flabbergasted that I'm this old. I have, you know, because I truly don't feel, you know, I don't feel old. I really don't.
You don't seem like you feel old. You seem like you're 20 at heart.
Sometimes I feel that way, you know. There's, you know, today I had to walk 2 dogs. One of my neighbors, we usually walk our dogs together, and she's sick. She's 82 years old, and we walk about 2 miles every day together. And she got sick, so I'm walking her dog after I walk my dog.
Oh,
and
You're
you know, I walked about 4 miles today, you know, so and I don't feel that bad, you know.
I would love to grow old and die of old age and live a life that most of you guys have lived. It's extraordinary. I will. Sooner or later.
You will.
Sooner or later, it'll
I'm sure there's lots of other old farts out here that will tell you, you know, it's just a matter of making sure you're enjoying everything and don't get upset about the small shit. And it's all small shit.
It's stuff that we can't control, man.
Yeah.
You know, shit that you can't control.
Definitely. It's all, you know, small shit, and you can't you can't do anything about it, and you can't worry about it, and you can't I have a hard time not worrying, but I'm working on it.
I'm the same way. I've gotten to the point now where it's hard. I worry more about raising my children in this crazy world we live in.
Oh yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
No,
you know?
there's a lot of reason to be concerned about what the kids are going to grow up living like, you know. What are they going to experience? What are they going to, you know, I mean, not even talking about politics, but talking about, you know, the environment and the resources, and is gas going to be, you know, $15 a gallon when your son, you know, wants to take the car out, you know.
I'm still
wondering by the way.
I'm still wondering if I'm ever going to see Social Security. He's doing good. He's doing good in school. Smart kid. He didn't get that from me because I was terrible in book smarts. I had the street smarts in the family. But yeah, he's doing really good. He enjoyed himself in when we stayed together. He enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun.
Oh God, we had a great time.
He's got a great head on his shoulders.
Yeah, I got to sit and talk with him a couple times, you know, when we were out, and you know, he's a good kid. He's
very good.
17?
He's 14. He's
14. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's 14, and then 12, 11, 9, and 2.
Yeah, he's 2 heads taller than me for
Yeah,
the audience
he's
that
a big
didn't
boy.
weren't with us, you know. But
Yep.
but I'm not a big person anyway, you
No,
know.
yeah. Brian, by the way, Brian said he was tied up. He's I guess rebuilding his train set. I guess he said.
Ah, okay.
My father-in-law does that. He has a train board with his
Ah,
tracks and all set up. And pretty cool.
yeah. Ah, hold on here. I just want to show people how short I am. Hold on here. I got a shot. I'm gonna put
Oh
on the
yeah, there
screen
you
here.
go. Cool.
Hang on here. Just
Bill,
take me
Bill.
just a second.
Bill's funny. I remember paying into Social Security, so if they decide to end it, do I get my money back in one big check?
Oh, that would be ideal,
Would,
huh?
right? Like, so
Yeah.
that's why I say I would not be surprised if I didn't see mine. But you never know. I don't know.
You never know.
You
You never know.
I tell
Yeah.
my kids, don't plan on retiring and living life. You're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna have to work for it. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I've been out of work now for a while, and it's not normal of me because I'm usually really deep into hard work and
I know.
manual labor. I've been working in the elevator trade since I was 15 years old, and it's all I know. It's what I know. It's what I do best.
Yeah.
So I'm most likely going back to work with the family here in the next couple of
Well,
weeks.
that's the structure of the elevator too. I mean, you're welding parts together. You're, constructing the cars and things like that.
Manufacturing all the steel parts and everything.
Yeah.
So
all right. Here's how tall I am, folks.
Look at that. Wow. Look at you meeting the big dogs, huh? Wow. Look at that beard. I love that beard, Bob. That is killer. I can't get my hair to go in nice and straight. It curls, man.
Yeah. Well, you just got to let it keep going. That's
I guess so.
I curl this now. Because I look like Duck Dynasty. Or ZZ Top if I don't. And you can't really see with this light shirt on, but I mean, it's, I curl it to get it looking like,
nice.
A decent look there, but
I'll get mine. I'm starting to see gray. I'm getting all the gray hairs in my beard now. All my kids are messing with me. Making me feel like crap about it. Gray. It's nonstop.
Yeah. Bill says you're half a magic.
Yeah.
I am.
There you go.
I'm easily, let's see, I think he came, his belt was right at my tits,
That's
so.
Crazy. That's crazy. Right at my tits. That was funny.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll cut you loose. All right. I'm going to end this.
All right, buddy.
Thank you all. Good night. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I see a lot of people I know here. Hey, Jerry, there. I see, of course, Stephen Drones was here from the very beginning. Bill Thomas, which tonight we're having the Gong Show at 8:30 Eastern, and then followed by that Maddie is going to be on live at 9:30 Eastern.
I'll be on at 9:30. I was going on at 9, and because that's when Ken starts. But I took into consideration I didn't realize at the moment of setting it up that Bill starts at 8:30.
Yeah.
So I pushed it to 9:30 to hopefully not run him over.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to make it
he
too
runs
late,
over anyway, but that's we'll
right, cool.
I'll jump on you when I finish with Bill there. I'll jump on.
You got it.
With you there, okay? And
all right, guys.
Chuck, Chaz, Alan, my Irish contingent, thank you guys. I appreciate you making it here. And like I said, I'm going to do one more show for the year. I'm going to do November 16, 2 weeks from today. I'm going to do one more of these before the end of the year. In December, I'm just
You're a
not,
busy
you know,
man.
I'm going to be busy pretty much almost every day.
Yep.
So, the dates are rolling in here rapidly. So, I'm
It's that
going
time of
to,
year.
I am doing one exciting job in December. On December 3rd, I'm meeting the Metro Police Department at their helicopter port, and I'm getting in a helicopter as Santa,
What?
and we're flying to a Walmart that's almost dead center in the middle of Las Vegas. And we're landing in the Walmart parking lot. And they have a thing
Whoa.
called Cops and Kids, where they're going to have probably about 500 kids. And the police department has a $50 gift certificate for all the kids, for
Holy
each one
cow.
of them. And then the cops go in the store with each family and do the shopping. And then they come and take a picture with Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Wow.
So I get to do that this year.
Make sure you take pictures.
uh,
I want to see pictures. That sounds like good for you, Bob. That sounds like a ton of fun. It sounds like you're
yeah,
enjoying it, man.
last
Good.
year we did it at a mall, and they brought me into the mall, into the area. There was about 300 kids standing outside of the mall, and they brought me in 3 squad cars. I was in the middle car, but with all
Wow.
the lights and sirens on, we pulled up into the mall, you know, and then I
Crazy.
got out of the car and got mobbed. But this year we're going to do this helicopter
That is
operation.
awesome, man. Well, good luck with that. I hope you have. Hi, Johnny Drone Flyer, by the way.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah,
Hey.
enjoy that. Take pictures. I'd love to see some.
Oh, I will.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Sorry, Johnny. I'm just signing out. Now you just got here.
See you later, Bob. Take
All
care,
right.
buddy.
Take care, Maddie. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. One of these days, I'm going to get better at planning these talk shows. And, so I really appreciate everybody that does show up. And I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy getting to communicate with all of you. Peace out. We love you all. Take care. And